Good day, ma'am. We're gonna report chapter 5 about the introduction to cybercrime investigation. Cybercops in the Philippines. Cybercops pertain to the anti-cybercrime unit in the police organization. In the Philippines, there are members of the PNP Anti-Cyber Group or the ACG, which are law enforcement personnel that are competent in the field of cybercrime investigation and digital forensics. Their main purpose is to be effective by serving and protecting the people in the cyber environment. So, cyber cops in the Philippines, no, this refer to law enforcement officers ito po yung sila yung mga specialized para sa mga cybercrimes sa example hacking, online fraud, or cyberbullying or any other na mga illegal na activities. Cybercrime investigation. The investigation of cybercrime is a process consisting of investigating, analyzing, and recovering forensic data for digital evidence of a crime. Cybercrime is a crime that involves a computer and a network. The computer may have been used in the commission of a crime, or it may be the target. Cybercrime may harm someone's security and financial health. Cybercrime investigation is conducted to uncover the source of a cyber attack and assess the damage and provide rapid remediation. Cybercrime investigation can be initiative taking in response to intelligence or reactive in response to the identification and or reporting of cybercrime to the appropriate authorities. So diri sa cybercrime investigation ang goal po nila is to solve the crime and also to prevent future incidents and support prosecution under the cybercrime laws. Digital forensic, the process that involves the search, acquisition, preservation, and maintenance of digital evidence. Description, explanation, and establishment of the origin of digital evidence and its significance are called digital forensic. The analysis of evidence and its validity, reliability, and relevance to the case, and the reporting of evidence pertinent to the case. Digital forensic is the process of uncovering and interpreting electronic data. So, digital forensic muna siya ang process for collecting, analyzing, and also preserving an electronic data. So involves dito ang mga computers, examining devices na mga computers, smartphones, and servers to recover evidence such as files, emails, logs, and other digital traces. Digital evidence, information and communication technology or the ICT can provide evidence of a crime. Data obtained from ICT that can be used in a court of law is known as electronic evidence, also known as digital evidence. Digital evidence is information stored or transmitted in binary form that may be used in court. It can be found on a computer, hard drives, mobile phones, personal digital assistant, CD, and flashcard in the digital camera and other similar devices. So digital evidence now this refers to any information or data stored that transmitted in electronic form that can be used to support or refute a claim in an investigation or legal proceeding. So digital evidence is crucial in cases involving cybercrime, fraud, and other illegal activities, and it must be carefully collected, preserved, and analyzed to ensure its integrity and admissibility in court. Rules on electronic evidence. Here are some of the salient points of rules on electronic evidence. First is the on all of electronic documents. Electronic documents as the functional equivalent of paper-based document. An electronic document is admissible in evidence if it complies with the rules on admissibility prescribed by the rules of court and related laws and is authenticated in the manner prescribed by these rules. So, on electronic evidence now this refers to information or data that is generated, stored, or transmitted in digital form, such as emails, files, messages, social media posts, websites, and electronic transaction. Second, on best evidence rule. An electronic document shall be regarded as the equivalent of an original document under the best evidence rule if it is a printout or output readable by sight or other means shown to reflect the data accurately. So on the best evidence rule refers to a principle that the original copy or the data should be presented in court as evidence, and also it is also readable by sight. Dapat na mabasa gid siya, para na ma-reflect, so the data reflected accurately. On authentication of electronic documents, the person seeking to introduce an electronic document in any legal proceeding has the burden of proving its authenticity in the manner provided in this rule. So the on authentication of electronic documents deals with the authentication of electronic documents. So this section allows an electronic record to be admitted as evidence if it is authenticated by a certificate. So on electronic signature, an electronic signature or a digital signature authenticated in the manner prescribed hereunder is admissible in evidence as the functional equivalent of the signature of a person on a written document. So on electronic signatures, this is a digital equivalent of a handwritten signature that is used to authenticate the identity of the sender and validate the integrity of the document.
On evidence weight of an electronic documents, the reliability of the manner of the method in which it was generated, stored, or communicated, including but not limited to input and output procedures, control, assesses, and checks for accuracy and reliability of the electronic data message or document in the light of all the circumstances as well as any relevant agreement. So electronic documents, the reliability of the manner in which its originator identified kung paano natutukoy kung original, and then the integrity of information and communication system in which it is recorded or stored, or katiwala ba kung lagayan kung saan na nakarecord ang nasabing document, At kung hindi naman katanggap yung integrity niya, maaari ito magiging mabigat na ebidensya kasi may doubt on the inapplicability of the Hersey rule. A memorandum, report, record, or data compilations of acts, events, conditions, opinions, or diagnosis made by electronic, optical, or other similar means at or near the time of or from transmission of or supply of information by a person with knowledge thereof, keep in the regular course or conduct the business activity. And such was the regular practice to make the memorandum, report, record, or data compilations by electronic, optical, or similar means, all of which are shown by the testimony of the custodian or the other qualified witnesses is accepted from the rule of hearsay evidence. So, hearsay rule, the hearsay rule is not applicable in court or hindi katanggap-tanggap sa korte. Matatawag din itong second-hand information or halimbawa, narinig mo lang tapos ikaw yung witness, hindi yan pwede sa korte or sa piskal. Pwedeng ma-disqualified ito. Hearsay is admissible sa mga informasyon na masasabi mo. Dapat ang sabihin sa korte ay yung tinatawag na personal knowledge, yung galing mismo sa iyo. One method of proof all matters related to the admissibility and evidentiary weight of an electronic documents may be established by an affidavit stating fact of direct personal knowledge of the affiant or based on authentic records. The affidavit must affirmatively show the competence of the affiant to testify on the matters contained. The method of proof, there is the testimony, competence, compilability, privilege, observation evidence, opinion evidence, hearsay evidence, documentary evidence, specific types of document, real evidence incidental, real evidence demonstrations, view, formal admissions, and review. Dito maaaring gamitin na witness ang kanyang five senses, and by this he can learn such facts he may state, and also these methods assist the evidence to prove your case. On the examination of witnesses, after summarily hearing the parties according to rule number 9 of this rule, the court may authorize the presentation of testimonial evidence by electronic means. Before so authorizing, the court shall determine the necessity for such presentation and prescribe terms and conditions as may be necessary under the circumstance, including the protection of the rights of the parties and witnesses concerned. Ibig sabihin, kung hindi posible or practical ang physical na pagdalo sa korte, maaaring gumamit ng technology basta protektado ang interes at karapatan ng lahat ng mga involved. On audio, photographic and video and imperial evidence. Audio, photographic, and video evidence of events, acts, or transactions shall be admissible provided shall be shown, presented, or displayed to the court and shall be identified, explained, or authenticated by the person who made the recording or by some other person competent to testify on the accuracy. So, providing audio, photograph, and video is required to present on the said day of the court to testify the person para ma-explain and prove yung case.
Computer data, it is the information that can be interpreted and used by the computers. It is collection of facts such as numbers, words, and measurements, observation, or even just description of things. This is the computing data. It is typically stored electronically. It is the form of files or databases. Preservation and retention of computer data. It is the integrity of traffic data and subscriber information shall be kept, retained, and preserved by a service provider for a minimum period of 6 months from the date of the transaction. Collection of computer data. Collection of computer data, it refers to the process of gathering, analyzing accurate data from various sources to find answers to research problems, trends, and probabilities, to evaluate possible disclosure of computer data. The disclosure of computer data, it is the written order issued by a judge that allow law enforcement to require a person or a service provider to disclose computer. Search and seizure and examination of computer data, it is where all a search and seizure warrant is properly issued. The law enforcement authorities shall likewise have the following powers and duties within the time period of specified in the warrant: to conduct interception as defined in this Act Number Section 15 IRRA 10-1. Custody of computer data. Custody of computer data, it's all computer data including content and traffic data that examined under a proper warrant shall, within 48 hours after the expiration of the period fixed therein, be deposited with the court is sealed package and shall be accompanied by affidavit of the law enforcement authority executing it. Last is the destruction of computer data. It is upon expiration of the periods as provided in Section 12 and 15 of RA 10-175 until the final termination of the case and or as ordered by the court, as the case may be service providers and law enforcement authorities, as the case may be shall immediately and destroy the computer data.
Guidelines for cybercrime incident first responder. Number 1. When responding to a cyber incident, pag mag-respond daw sa isa ka cybercrime incident, first responder must be able to protect, seize, and search the same to be able to recognize the evidence. Using the following questions as guidelines to determine its role in the commission of the crime. Is it a tool used for the commission of the crime? Is it only incidental to the crime? Being used to store evidence of the crime. And number 2, after identifying the theories as the role of the computer in the commission of the crime, the following questions essential to any further police intervention should be considered by the first responder. Is there probable cause to seize the hardware? And number 3 is search of computers or electronic device and kung ano lang yung nakalagay sa warrant issued by the court. And number 4, appropriate collection techniques shall be used to preserve the data so to be seized. And number 5 is, pag makuha ng lahat ng ebidensya, shall be subjected to forensic examination by trained personnel. And the result of the forensic examination, as well as the testimony of the forensic expert, shall be made available during the trial. search and seizure of computer. Upon determination na isang computer sa gamit sa paggawa ng krimen, and once the legal requirements have been complied, the following are the guidelines for the conduct of search and seizure. Number 1 is secure the scene. Officer safety is always paramount. Preserve the area for potential fingerprints. Immediately restrict access to the computer. Isolate from phone lines. Number 2, secure the computer as evidence. Number 3, for standalone connection or single area connection computers. Number 4, for network computers or business computers. Consult a computer specialist for assistance.
Guidelines in the treatment of other electronic data storage device. FR should understand that madami pang electronic device na pwedeng contain ng violable evidence associated sa crime. FR should also ensure everything kasi pwedeng ma-manipulate ang evidence sa mga electronic device and everything should be documented and noted. Search and seizure of wireless telephones. Isa sa pinakamadali ma-access sa ngayon na time. Here are some guidelines for the conduct. Number 1, if the device is on, do not turn it off. So first, turning it off could unlock, activate, lookout feature or possible na may mga password. Second, isulat lahat ng mga information na naka-display and if possible may picture. So third, power down before transport. Dalhin lahat ng pwedeng dalhin na connected sa device like charger or power banks. Number 2, if the device is off, leave it off. First, possible na pag i-on ang device, may ma-alter na mga evidence. Second, dalahin agad sa expert para sila ang mag-open ng device. Third, exert an effort to locate the device manual. Search and seizure of electronic paging device. Pwede lang kunin or i-store ang data na nasa electronic pag ang device if warrant has been issued. Search and seizure of facsimile or fax machine. Again, if naka-on ang device, hindi dapat siya i-turn off because it may lose the last number dial or ang na-store na fax number. Search and seizure of caller ID device. So, number 1, mga telephone number at subscribers information galing sa mga phone calls. Number 2, FR should always have an internal battery backup. Number 3, para maiwasan ang pagwala ng data. All these electronic equipment should be turned over to the Anti-Cyber Group or ACG. And in the absence of ACG in the area, to the local, regional, provincial crime laboratory office or RPCLO. Rule on cybercrime warrants promulgated by the Supreme Court in 2018, which provides the procedure for the application and grant of warrants and related orders basta under sa Republic Act number 10175 or ang Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. 4 types of warrants. Number 1, warrants to disclose computer data or WDCD. Pinapilit ang mga individuals or organization to provide access sa kanilang computer data, including information stored on computer service or cloud service. This process is particularly relevant sa ngayon na time kasi mga work mostly ang people sa world of digital making it relevant and evidence. Number 2, warrant to intercept computer data or WICD. Ginapayagan and ang mga law enforcement agencies na i-monitor at i-capture ang real-time data transmitted over computer networks relevant siya sa mga investigation involving cybercrime, fraud, terrorism, and other serious offenses na kailangan agad na ng access to communication and data flow. Number 3, warrant to search, seize, and examine computer data or WSSECD. Allows law enforcement to access, confiscate, and analyze data na naka-store sa mga computers, servers, and other electronic device. Useful din ito in the context of modern investigation na mas gamit na ngayon ng mga digital evidence para maresolba ang crime incidents. Number 4, warrant to examine computer data or WACD. Allows law enforcement na i-access at i-analyze ang mga specific digital information stored sa mga computers or other electronic device. Crucial ito sa mga investigation na digital evidence. Ang pinaka-best na evidence, for example, case like fraud, maging bugaw online, cybercrime, etc.